Prince Harry saddened and disappointed after Remembrance Sunday request denied. Two royal authors have claimed that Prince Harry was upset to not to have had a wreath laid on his behalf at the cenotaph in Remembrance Sunday in 2020. Prince Harry was left, saddened and disappointed, to not to have had a wreath laid on his behalf at the cenotaph on Remembrance Sunday, according to a royal book. The Duke of Sussex's request for his tribute to be laid at the London Memorial 5 years ago in 2020 was refused, despite Harry having served for 10 years in the military, including 2 tours of Afghanistan. The request came just months after Harry and Meghan quit their royal duties and relocated to California. When the Sussexes announced they would be leaving the firm, Harry was stripped of his military posts, including his role as Captain General of the Royal Marines. It was reported at the time Harry's wreath had been made, but after his request was refused, it lay unused in a box at the Royal British Legion's Kent HQ. In Harry and Meghan's unauthorized biography, Finding Freedom by Omid Scobie and Carolyn Durand, it is claimed his request was denied because he was no longer a frontline royal. A source close to Harry told the authors he was saddened and disappointed by the decision. They added, 10 years of service and a lifetime commitment to the military community, and this is how it's been acknowledged by his family. Instead, Harry and Meghan chose to pay their own tribute and were snapped laying a wreath at the Los Angeles National Cemetery and placing flowers on the graves of 2 Commonwealth soldiers. The wreath was inscribed, "In memory of the men who offered their lives in defense of their country." On it, Harry had written, "To all those who have served, and are serving. Thank you." Royal author Robert Lacey also wrote of the late Queen's decision to deny Harry's request to have the wreath laid, as he urged most people would consider Harry's request to have a wreath laid on his behalf perfectly reasonable and a mark of respect, but the Queen is said to have rejected the request as soon as it reached her attention. It took her all of 2 seconds to issue a refusal, Lacey writes, referring to an article by royal editor Rebecca English. The article stated the cenotaph ceremony was sacrosanct to the Queen, who ensured nothing happened without her knowledge. While Harry's grandmother hugely admired her grandson's military achievements, his request to lay a wreath, or have one laid on his behalf, showed a lack of understanding of what it means for him to be a non-working royal, Lacey's book Battle of Brothers says. The author went on to claim that Harry's seemingly small request showed he had still not grasped the consequences of his momentous choice to sign off from royal duties. In contrast to Harry's request in 2020, earlier this year, Prince Harry placed a secret letter paying tribute to Second World War veterans at a national memorial hours after a visit from King Charles and Queen Camilla. On the 80th anniversary of VJ Day, the King led an emotional ceremony at the National Memorial Arboretum in Staffordshire. Just hours later, Harry also paid a touching tribute to the veterans by having a personal letter and wreath placed at the Burma Star Memorial at the same location. In the letter, which was attached to a poppy wreath, included his royal emblem and was signed Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, he paid tribute to all that fought in the war, including his late grandfather, Prince Philip, who served in the Far East.